Hey, Shalom. This is the brother Abaya back here once again. Before I get started, like always, I want to give all praises and glory to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shah Bahashem, Rachahakwadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, the men that I learned the truth from. And Shalom to the hopeful elect. I want to get into the men of today's time having low testosterone and how that affects your emotions, your strength as a man, and how it leads to you having a spirit of fear upon you. Now, first and foremost, the spirit of confidence and courage and faith, all of that is a gift from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. All right, having peace, having a peace of mind. All right, being able to be well balanced and having a calm spirit. All of that is a gift from Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. So I don't care what you do. I don't care what you eat. It doesn't matter what you do. If you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua working upon you, all of your confidence, all right, all of your stability, so-called stability, it's all going to crumble when it's truly tested. But the Most High, Yahweh, and Yahweh Shah, our Lord and Savior, right? They created testosterone, okay? They created the foods that we're supposed to eat, the vegetables, the fruits, the grains, all right? The meats. And when you look at today's society, a lot of things negatively affect men's testosterone, all right? And their health as men. First scripture I want to get real quick is Job chapter 38, verse 3. It says, "Gird up now thy loins like a man, for I will demand of thee, and answer thou me." So, the Lord requires his servants and those that want to adhere to his ways and fear him. He requires that we gird up ourselves like men, all right? That we strengthen ourselves and prepare ourselves as men to endure with whatever he may bring upon us, all right? When you look at Job, since I just read out of the book of Job, Job had to be in his full strength as a man to endure all the infirmities that he went through in the flesh, to endure losing his family members, to endure losing his resources and his riches that he had on earth. All right, he had to endure that before he got it all back. Now, I did a little research, and having low testosterone affects your emotions, and it brings on fear, right? When you Google fear and low testosterone, the first thing that comes up is below normal levels of testosterone are also associated with depressive symptoms like fatigue, feeling hopelessness, and suicidal thoughts. Men with testosterone deficiency have also shown anxiety symptoms such as uncontrollable fear or panic. Now, when you look at these young guys today, specifically, I'm gonna focus on the younger generation, and you can even apply that to my generation, right? I'm in my early 30s, but it has affected us a lot too. But when you look at the younger generation, this TikTok generation, these guys that are streaming, these streamers, playing video games all damn day, when you look at the way they talk, all right, they really don't have no bass in their voice. Their stature is very small. They're very effeminate in their mannerisms. They're very weak-minded, feeble-minded, and they act off emotions, right? When you look at today's men, a lot of today's men, and it isn't, and this doesn't just apply to the younger generation. When you look at a lot of today's men, they act irrationally and off of their emotions, which leads to them pulling out a gun and shooting somebody, or, which, like I always say, the weapon, the gun, that is a very bitch weapon, all right, bitch made weapon. That's a scary weapon, because to be able to You can be shot in the back by a handicapped person. You could be shot in the back by, you got kids shooting adults, right? Literal 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds shooting adults. You can be shot by, it doesn't take the strength of a man to shoot somebody, right? When you look at the ancient men of old, the way combat majorly happened was face to face. Whoever was the most skilled with an actual sword, or was the most skilled in the martial arts, or the stronger man prevailed on that day. The only time you really had a weapon such as like an arrow used, majority of the time it was used as in the time of war, where like you wanted to protect the tower or protect the gates that entered into your city, or arrows was like the first line of defense to steer off the enemy, all right, to keep them from pushing forward, right? But it wasn't used as a weapon, in one-on-one combat, back in the ancient days. That was looked at as like, you wouldn't, that's some pussy shit, right? Even when you look at the gladiator sport games, it was two men going up against each other with swords, martial arts, and, going head to head as men, fighting it out, dueling it out. Now, going back to the point that I made about men being very irrational with their emotions, that's a sign of low testosterone, right? And the scriptures speak about a man that can't control his emotions. Let me get on Proverbs chapter 16. Proverbs chapter 16, verse 32, right? It reads, he that is slow to anger is better than the mighty, and he that ruleth his spirit than he that taketh a city, right? So if you have control over your emotions and able to rule over your spirit, that's why the scriptures speak about putting under subjection the members of your body, all right? The scriptures even speak about a man that, builds his house upon an unstable foundation. I'm roughly paraphrasing it, but an unstable foundation, and the water just comes and takes it down, right? Or any manner of wind or storm that comes by completely knocks that house down. Is not built upon a strong foundation. The scriptures even speak about not keeping company with a bold fellow, all right? Somebody that's loud, obnoxious, irrational, not able to control and rule over their spirit. They end up getting into a lot of trouble. They end up getting into a lot of altercations, which ultimately ends up with them getting in some type of trouble, whether it's them locked up or getting beat up or getting put to death. Because even when you look at today's men, a lot of men, they yap at the mouth and can't even fight, can't even protect themselves properly. Because today's society teaches everybody to just be prideful and egotistic, and nobody's really tested, nobody's really proven, nobody's really, working on themselves. So then when somebody gets knocked the fuck out or shot up, then it's, oh my gosh, why did he do this? Well, the person was fucking bugged out of their mind, acting irrational. Then when judgment came, now you want people to feel sorry for them. No, it doesn't work like that. But staying on par with this lesson, when you go to testosterone and your emotions, when you have low testosterone, right, another thing that it causes is suicidal thoughts. Well, look at the suicidal rate in teenagers now, in the younger generation. It's very high. All right, because they're always inside the house looking at these screens on social media, comparing their lives to people they see on the internet, and they're not getting the proper nutrients, all right, and they're not living in the proper environments to boost their testosterone, right? So you can understand why it's leading to depression, all right, and hopelessness, and people wanting to commit suicide, right? Now, another article I pulled up talking about shedding light on having low testosterone and emotional health. I want to go down to, let me see, bear with me 1 second. Oh, before I even, get that article, then one of low testosterone causes what it says. What did it say that? It says it can lead to uncontrollable fear or panic. Now, you look at today's men. When it's time for this world to be tested with that great test, when it's time for Jacob's trouble, when it's time for the Lord to bring judgment on this earth on a mass scale, a lot of men are going to what? Cry out like women. The scriptures speak about that, right? What is this? I see men holding their loins, crying like women. Well, because men are effeminate. And the scriptures say that the kingdom of heaven is not for the effeminate, all right? The scriptures speak about that. Matter of fact, let me get that. I believe it's in Romans somewhere. I think it's in Romans. No, it's in 1 Corinthians. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 9. It says, "Know ye not that the unrighteous shall not inherit the kingdom of the Most High? Be not deceived. Neither fornicators, nor idolaters, nor adulterers, nor effeminate." So if you're an effeminate man, which that word effeminate goes into being soft and weak, if you're effeminate, then you're not fit for the kingdom of heaven. All right? It's a manly kingdom. But even when you go into having fear, what does the scripture speak about that? Say about that? Let me get that in, matter of fact, that's in Romans. Having the spirit of fear. No, that's in 2 Timothy. 2 Timothy chapter 1, right? It says 2 Timothy chapter 1, verse 7. "For the Most High have not given us the spirit of fear, but of power and of love and of a sound mind." Right? That's why I said, because I'm going to kind of touch on a little bit how your diet helps with your testosterone, all right, the things that you eat. But the first thing I started off this video by saying is none of that matters if you don't have the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah upon you, because there's going to come a time when you're going to have these guys that's taking these testosterone supplements that they're going to cry like bitches, all right, when judgment comes upon them. So ultimately, it's the spirit of Yahweh Shema Shah that quickeneth, just like with herbs, with any medicine that you take, right? The medicine itself is not, even though, yes, the medicine itself, the herbs is is helping cure you. It's really the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shah and the faith in Yahweh Shema Shah, right? Matter of fact, let me get this article real quick. So this is on posterityhealth.com, and this part here, it says, let me see, the science behind hormones and emotions and testosterone, right? It says testosterone has been shown to have a positive impact on your mood, and overall emotional well-being. Adequate levels of testosterone are associated with increased feelings of happiness, confidence, and motivation. On the other hand, low levels of testosterone can lead to feelings of sadness, irritability, and even depression. So, even when you look at men, the way they, talk to women, like if a man is interested in a woman, the way he approaches her, or even if he doesn't approach her, all right? A lot of this generation, they do this online shit, this online dating shit, this DM shit. They don't even know how to really approach a woman and talk to a woman in confidence as a man. If they do approach a woman, it's in a very effeminate and shy manner, all right? Suffering from low testosterone, right? So it says it can lead to irrational behavior, all right? One day you cool, the next day you anxious, you nervous, you on edge, and all of that leads to all of that is because of low testosterone. And when you look at when men have low testosterone, they're lacking in magnesium, they're lacking in zinc, they're lacking in potassium, they're lacking in vitamin D, they're lacking in the key nutrients that the Lord has put in the foods of the earth, your vegetables, your spinach, your kale, your fishes, right? Fish is very high in these nutrients, right? Certain nuts like pumpkin seeds and I'm doing this off the top of the head, but Um, um, even collard greens is high in these nutrients, but you know, you can do your own research and Google foods that are high in these nutrients that you need, right? You got like dark chocolate. I believe it's like 70% dark chocolate is high in these nutrients that help build up your testosterone and being active, not sitting down all day, going outside, soaking up some of the sun, and being active. As men, we have to be active, all right? Work out, exercise, um, you know, these things increase your manliness, all right? Even low testosterone leads to, headaches and weakness. But all these things, you're lacking your magnesium, you're lacking your certain key nutrients and vitamins you need in the body, all right? And when you're doing these things, all right, you're actually going to feel yourself. You can feel the difference. You can feel that you feel more like a man. Like it said, when you have that balanced testosterone, you have more confidence. Your mind is on the right things. Men that suffer from low testosterone, a lot of these guys are addicted to masturbating, to porn. They're very, they suffer from high anxiety. They don't really like dealing with people. Not even like dealing with people. They're not able to really deal with people. They don't know how to really hold a conversation with nobody because they're so anxious and nervous all the damn time. That's not how men operate. Men are supposed to be able to operate with their emotions in check, all right? Having rule over their spirit and having confidence in what they're speaking about so things can get done rationally. That's why women aren't supposed to be put in leadership positions, because they're too emotional. They are too irrational, all right? That's why the man is the head according to the scriptures, but the man can't be the head if his testosterone is fucking depleted, his mind is on the wrong fucking things, all right? His diet is all fucked up. And, we don't condemn brothers for their diet, because the scriptures speak about, just because you have a clean, so somewhat clean diet, and the brother is more on the junk food end of the spectrum, it doesn't make you better than him, and it doesn't make him less than you. But it is wisdom that we impart into brothers to focus on exercising, working out, to having a healthy diet, because it's wisdom, all right? You want to apply the wisdom to your life. We all have things that we lack in. We all have things that we fall short on, but we still, as the brothers that have this wisdom, are supposed to teach these things and spread it out. And for those that have an ear, they have an ear, and they'll listen. And for those that it can help, it'll help. But we don't condemn one another for these things. We just want to build each other up to the best men that we can possibly be in this flesh for the rest of the duration that we have here in captivity. You look at our forefathers, how, Meshach, Shadrach, and Abednego, scriptures speak about they were able to have the faith to walk in a burning furnace that was on fire. I mean, that takes immense faith, but it also takes immense manliness and testosterone. Those men had testicular fortitude to be able to stand strong and go through with what needed to be done. All right? Those were manly men of ancient, being able to be put to death for their Lord and, tortured for their Lord, and, went through the things that they had to go through to glorify our power, Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. And when you lack in testosterone as a man, you don't want to do those things. You don't want to go through anything that's fearful. You don't want to go through anything that's trying. You don't want to go through anything that's hard. You don't want to experience anything new and try to overcome it because you're nervous, you're anxious, your emotions are out of whack, you're depressed, you're suffering from anxiety, you're weak, all right? Your bone mass is low, all right? Your muscle mass is low, all right? Your stamina is low, your energy is low. You're just weak all around. You're weak physically, you're weak mentally and spiritually. All right. And there's a proper way of living that we can help with us to better ourselves while we still here. It's like I said, it's wisdom. And yes, of course, the food has been infiltrated. Of course, the air, the water has been infiltrated. But, you can't use that as an excuse to just say, I'm just eat and live the way I want. Because the Lord always provides a way for us to still be able to receive the nutrients and the things that we need to benefit our health, all right? everything is not fucking just completely corrupted to 100%. All right, can't use that as a crutch and as an excuse not to do the necessary things that's beneficial for your health and for your growth as a man, physically and spiritually. Because when your hormones are balanced, all right, when your emotions are balanced, not only are you better physically as a man and able to do things and focus more as a man as in your daily life, your daily routine, but you're able to focus more in the spirit because you're locked in on the things that you need to be focused on, and your mind is not being swayed to and fro. You look at women, their mind is constantly being swayed to and fro, and a lot of times they can't really, focus on one thing for too long, all right? Because their emotions are just all over the place, and that's why the scriptures speak about a woman needing a man to steer her properly. But that can't even happen because the men are not men right now, all right? The only men that are truly men or growing to be men or coming into their manhood are the sons of Yasha Allah through the spirit and grace and mercy of Yahweh Basham Yahushua, the men that are coming in the names of Yahweh Yahushua. And like I said, these men that are working out and taking these supplements and they think that they're embodying their manliness and their testosterone, a lot of them are going to cave in when all hell breaks loose in their region because they don't have the spirit of Yahweh Basham Yahushua upon you. Remember, the Lord is the Lord is the power of the darkness and the light, the good and the evil. He can put a spirit of fear upon you. He can put demons on you. All right. He can cause you to fear just for not fearing him. So yes, your diet is very important. Exercise is very important. The way you live is very important. But first and foremost, the thing that's most important is Yahweh Bahashem Yahushua. So yeah, I just wanted to bring a little light to that. And brothers, make sure you if this resonates with you, then incorporate those dark leafy greens within your diet. All right, your kale, your spinach, your spinurella. All right, what is it? Your collard greens, your sweet potatoes, your healthy fatty meats. Predominantly your fishes, right? Getting your fish. Fish is very important with your omega-3s and the nutrients that you need as a man, which makes sense because, some of the disciples were what? Fishermen. The scriptures even call us fishermen. We're fishers of men, but that just shows you how the Lord, through fishing there. But, hey, I'm not going to ramble on too much longer. I've made the point that I wanted to make. Lord willing, this was edifying. To the next time I say, Shalom.